Thrill 92.3 LA's home for hip hop. You already know Bootleg Kev, DJ Damage, Dre Sinatra, man. We got two legends in the motherfucking building right now. Freddie versus Jason, Jada and Fab is in here. Let's go, man.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
What's up?
Man. What's up? We've been waiting on this album. You guys announced. I feel like it was a lot longer than we think it was ago.
It was, but I think we also found out.
That's what I meant to say. I feel like it wasn't as long as everyone is. Yeah,
there you go.
We also found out that though this is the microwave era, and nobody wants to wait for anything.
100%.
So
stove top.
I learned a lot from that. You know what I mean? We tried to give them a home cooked meal. They like, nah. Pop that shit in the microwave.
They wanted a chicken pot pie.
You know what I mean? You can't cook lasagna in the microwave. Exactly. You can heat it up after.
You can, but it's terrible.
Yeah. For two artists of your caliber, man, how long do you think it takes to make that masterpiece, though? No, without the pressure.
It's really not a time thing because it's really like, just get going in and getting it done. But also, while you working, this you throw darts at the board sometime and they don't stick. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure you're getting the right. We ain't gonna give you nothing that we don't feel comfortable about or
scheduling. I'm
the right
sure
beats.
too.
Yeah, we went on tours in between the time. I went on tour with Chris.
Just dropped the EP.
He had other musical projects that he was working on. So we just had to take our time with it. We didn't rush it. We knew eventually it was gonna come. Like not 10 years. We wasn't gonna detox it, but we was trying to really just take our time and get the right product.
So when you got two greats like this, what's the most what's the difficult part of putting this together? Like as far as beat selection, or what's like the one challenge y'all came across on this project?
I think to me it was really getting the right production, the politics that came after. After we was done, it was more politics about that than
with the beats,
even with the beats, with the samples, with the
label shit.
Even Freddie versus Jason, that's an actual movie, so we couldn't use that title anymore. Like you know what I'm saying?
If it would have gone straight to Dat Piff, it would have been cool. But there's no point doing that anymore.
If we had mixtape level,
we could have
did whatever. We'd have had movie excerpts.
Is that why we'll probably will we never get any of the soul tapes on Spotify?
I was going to ask about that.
That would be a hard one too. That's another one too.
Because the samples
even hard. Yeah. Shit is crazy.
I remember.
They gotta figure out some type. Gotta be a solution for that.
Hey, but yo, shout out Dat Piff. The fact that that's the only place I can go and do that. Yeah, it's keeping Dat Piff moving.
Do you feel like you guys, now that everybody's getting paid for basically their mixtapes now, that y'all would still resort to a Dat Piff or put music out via those kind of platforms?
I think so. But I like the digital aspect.
He opened up a lane though. He opened up a lane for you know what I mean, for this, because this is a straight digital project. But I think a lot of people will start doing it now, I think there's some way they're gonna make a solution and make. I think albums are gonna go extinct.
Yes,
and mixtapes are gonna take the forefront. Just the word album fucks up a lot of shit. From clearances, from even it rubs your fans a wrong way sometimes.
And even as an artist, like I feel like if you call it an album, then there's this expectation. And you put pressure on yourself. Like, this an album.
It's just that one word.
Yeah.
It can be it's that one word, but then it's all of the clearance shit and all that too.
Yo, 100%.
That's how I fell in love with doing mixtapes.
100%.
Just not having to answer
None of
anything.
You can do whatever you want for your core fans.
Right.
With I don't care if it gets. I don't care about. There's no caring about samples, release dates. None of that bullshit's in play. When you making a mixtape, it's straight. You make it without. You're breathing the best breathing you ever breathed.
Even some of my fans used to say, "Yo, Fab, we like your mixtapes more than your albums."
But you were one of the first artists to put out mixtapes
and albums
in the store.
Yeah,
like you put
as
out
albums.
Yeah, as albums.
But at the same time too, like he just was saying, mixtapes you have a wide open, like even if you want to rap on something for 60 bars, there's no. Whereas an album, you have to have format. You have to have songs with concepts. You got to have different type of vibes because you're talking to a broader market. You know what I'm saying? You're talking to people in Japan and on the West Coast and on. You know what I mean? You're not just rapping for your core base where you could just do and say whatever you want. So that I always had that in mind. You know what I mean? My albums would have, So Into You and girl songs for the ladies because those are the people who was buying my music as purchasing albums, those was the people who was purchasing them.
But like when you do a mixtape and an album, what's the biggest difference as far as like actually creating?
Is it
like
pressure?
No,
like
exactly what I just said. Freedom of just really doing any, not having to conform.
So you don't feel
or
like you have to do a radio record or like a single.
Yeah, you don't have to
just
do that.
go out
Put
and
out shit how you want it.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, both you guys storied mixtape artists. D Block at one point, just like
Hell yeah.
I remember when I was 16 at the swap meet slinging mixtapes. Like it was, that's how I got my name and shit. But you know, I feel like nowadays, like kind of for this new generation of kids, like SoundCloud's kind of what we had back then with mixtapes. And there's obviously a whole new wave of music that some people are not fucking with. A lot of us old heads might not be too in tune with, but
The mixtape changed too, though. You know, the mixtape when we started was DJs doing the mixtape, and we would.
Well, then it became you guys
and
you
then
guys
you
were
could
the
do your own project.
Yeah, you guys were-
and that's
yeah.
what I think. Like SoundCloud and what they get the benefit from now. They're almost like making mini albums before they even put out a real album. You know what I'm saying? So they get a chance to make a project, and it's their mixtape, but they form it as a project.
But obviously coming up as like two of the most lyrically respected dudes in the game, like right now, music is in a place where lyrics aren't necessarily. I mean, there's always been times
not at the forefront.
It's just not. But I feel like it's all time. Like there's been times where there's been bullshit popping. You know what I mean? But like now, it seems like it's the last thing people care about.
Yeah. I feel like mainstream music always does that though.
Deals, they keep doing deals
with single artists. Really.
Yeah,
I think they need to bring single deals back.
Yeah,
and stop giving those guys album deals. Let them prove themselves to make an album or develop themselves to make a. There's no artist development anymore.
Not anymore.
So there used to be money involved in.
You
like,
got to
really
come to the
building.
label with your shit already. Your fan base, you
They
already
get
touring.
behind something with a whole movement already, so
Right.
they can.
So they don't have to
look
do
for
as much
the
work.
Easiest thing to get their
100%.
money back.
monetization.
Do you feel like the fans are changing the way music is being consumed? You know, you say lyrics are not at the forefront. Is it the fans or is it?
I think it's a mixture of all of it.
I think it's the DJs and
The
fans.
DJs, the radio, the
I
fans.
won't say the DJ. I say the radio.
I feel the DJs too because the DJs have to play what
the people want to hear.
What people want to hear
Yeah.
and what they're told to play too. You gotta y'all rotation list is songs that are put in there
By our bosses.
so you have to play by your boy.
100%.
Like everybody has to do their job. You can also when you got your mix, you can play
Yeah.
what you want to play, what you like, but then you have to. There's power
So how the hell
rotation.
did the
There's
program directors all just turn to
They cut
every program director in the world just turned to the. I want to hear some jump around.
PPM.
It's
really
crazy.
the money.
PPM.
It's the money.
The money.
But my question is for y'all dudes are hip hop legends, man. Y'all goats. What is the role of the DJ now? I feel like the role of the DJ has been minimized. You know, in your opinion, what should be the role of the DJ now? Because Spotify is kind of taking that place of the mixtape. You don't necessarily
Right.
need a DJ to play
Now,
out a
when
mixtape.
you-
Get your shit on the
Playlists came
playlist.
in,
If you
yeah.
if you get your shit on Rap Caviar, you lit. Fuck the
You lit.
radio.
So what is, in your opinion, what is the role of the DJ, or what's the role a DJ should take on now to help push the culture forward?
I think DJs still control. It's a disc jockey, so that's what DJ really. I think they still control what the masses get overall. Like even when in a club, they still have the opportunity of what they want to play. Now, if they want to play something that people know a lot, they can play that. If they want to play y'all, we want to introduce y'all to something new, they could play that. They still had it. It's also part of what they want to be known for too. There's certain DJs who want to be known for not playing the regular shit that everybody is. You know what I mean? And then there's certain DJs who they're gonna put on. Well, what's gonna make this crowd just automatically know the song? Bodak Yellow. They're gonna just throw it on and of
course.
a little bit.
Easiest
Yeah, they're
Easy.
gonna play. They're gonna take the easy route. So
On the project coming out Friday, right? Yeah.
Friday, Black Friday.
Obviously, you guys are two of the all time greats lyrically when it comes to anybody's top 10. You'd think. Who when it comes to like obviously it's a friendly competition, right? Like I'm sure you did on every record were y'all trying to out rap each other? Was that the goal?
I really wasn't.
Nah, this ain't one of them kind of projects. If you was looking for that, because it ain't. But it's
And I think people is gonna take that mind frame on their own.
it's still
They're gonna
the
be like,
people
all right, Jada got Fab.
They
Yeah,
gonna
they
still that
let them
comes with
do that.
that
You know what I'm saying?
comes
We
with-
can't go into the project doing it because we'll never get the
Right.
project done. We'll never.
You be like, I'm gonna go back in.
Everybody's trying to.
you
know what I mean?
I just want to know what made y'all pick that song with Future. I felt like that was just like something left, like because I fuck with Future's music, but I just felt like that was an interesting choice. Like, what made y'all go for that record?
Well, I had that record, and I felt like the music, the music of it, sonically was dark, and that little, you know what I'm saying? It gave me that horror feel from the Freddie versus Jason.
It got
so
some
musically,
Michael Myers in there.
Yeah.
So what's your take when you hear that record? So obviously the record was already done, then you let Jada hear and he cuts on the record. So how's that work?
No, when he play it, if I don't like it off rip, I don't like it. But like he said, it had that Michael Myers in it, and I like what Future's saying on the hook. What he's saying resonates for if you from trap, if you from wherever it's at.
Right.
Real niggas stand up. You could be purple or Martian. Real niggas stand up. Just that's universal. That's global. So I didn't put that song in a box. That this is not a song that me and Fab supposed to do, because that's when your whole career is. You're not even thinking in the right mind frame.
I think that's dope of you though, to step out that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's what we wanted to do with the project as a whole. Though we don't want if you look at it and say, yo, it's just gonna be only two New York City rappers giving just just freestyling over it. That's not what the whole project is gonna be. We can't
for the record, guys, I'd be extremely happy if that's what the
No, because I feel
and there's a joint or two for you on there. There is gonna be that. You're gonna get that.
It's like now.
If the masses would love it, the game would be how it used to be.
Right.
That's why it ain't. That's why it's not a lot of you, Kev. That's why you.
What's your guys' take on this kid that's popping out of New York, the 6'9" dude with the rainbow hair?
He just did some shit in the studio with Swiss.
I saw he was in the studio with
He
Swiss.
was just saying bunch of. I'm just really hearing them and seeing them.
Yeah, I don't really know that much.
I don't really know that much about them yet.
I feel like these kids hit so hard. Like when they hit, it's like they're the biggest thing ever. It's like, how long has he really been
it's
out?
like they do a crash course because they give them a bunch of traffic and they get some success
because it's
very quick.
They don't.
And then there's nothing.
It's views. You know what I'm saying? It's views and viral. So everybody too jumps to that.
Like
everybody.
I made it on academics. I made it.
It's like you got a following, but it's not really.
Is
it's
it
like
real?
a smoke and mirror following. Yeah.
We were talking earlier, like we talked about this off the air. Like we think like a lot of people already just replacing Lil Yachty. With,
I feel like every
dudes.
new
like,
artist
Lil
that
Pump
come
has
out,
replaced Lil Yachty.
the fans are ready to replace him. I feel like that's their thing. It's like, oh, we're gonna replace him with this.
Also, a lot of them are following the same path,
So
the
they
same,
kicking
you know,
theyself
even
out.
look wise, they all got. You gotta have
Color,
dreads, and the
color.
pick a color, tattoos on your face. Like it's
Who's the craziest looking motherfucker is what it seems like they're going for.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like that's a uniform for you to come in as the new popping guy. You gotta have that uniform. Whereas before, everybody had their own identity. You know what I mean? Like Eminem didn't look like Old Dirty Bastard. Like everybody just had their thing. You know what I'm saying?
MVD.
That's
I
true.
don't know. We had the white tee era. You know,
we had the white tees.
we had the white tee era.
White robe era. White tees were bigger than.
Fab, where are all the throwback jerseys at this point from the early
They in
2000s?
a box. They in a few boxes in a storage.
But you still got them all.
It's time.
Still got 'em.
He still rocks the jerseys though.
I know, but
Not
back
those
then they were
ones.
gigantic.
Those
Not
was
the 8Xs.
4Xs.
Salute the big
Size-
Rube too, man.
size-
I got a next to D Block Studio. I got a storage that's like in the same vicinity of the studio. I got a bunch of
The throwbacks.
in there.
How much money y'all feel like y'all wasted on those jerseys?
You gotta clear
You probably got a bunch of
I
them.
don't even want to.
Honest
I
question
wouldn't
though.
even want to do a
Back
tally
then,
up of that.
I don't even want to round.
There's a good chance that some of those jerseys were not fully authentic too back then.
Yeah, I want to shout out.
There were some solid Michelin S joints floating around for the low back in the early 2000s.
We got to give Jada credit for having the bounty. Was it the bounty head?
That was fat.
No, I thought I saw a picture with you.
That was fat.
This is one of the craziest debates of all time.
I saw you with the bounty joint in one of the videos. I was like, yo.
I mean, I think I might have did it before him, but it was
Yeah,
around
I
the
think
same.
Kiss did it first.
Cause I had it on the Kiss the Game Goodbye
Cover. I didn't catch it for the cover.
That's on the cover.
I seen like people in my hood doing it,
yeah,
and
in
I
the summertime.
like, you know what I mean. So that's how I just came
was on
about
that little
doing it.
Mo
And
joint,
we from
though.
New York, so it was a New York thing. Like it probably was just a thing at the
happened in the hood.
time.
You guys have been on some legendary records. Obviously, Kiss, you've worked with Big, with DMX. I hear that there's an unreleased song where you're battling Big Pun. Shout out Green Lantern.
Yeah, Green Lantern. Why is he holding that?
He doesn't want
I saw Green Lantern in Miami.
What is he doing with that song?
But I'm curious for each of you guys, like, what is y'all's personal favorite feature that y'all have done? Because each one of you guys have some great features, man, from over the years.
That's a crazy question, but for me, I would say I wouldn't be able to answer it, but to be on the Life After Death project.
True.
You know what I mean? And we actually made that song inside the stoop. Big called us, yo, come down.
What? Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? That whole experience was an epic experience, being there, actually recording a song for Life After Death, a Havoc produced track.
Shout out Havoc.
You know what I mean? So that was just like a real epic center of hip hop.
Havoc is a underrated producer that doesn't
So underrated.
he
Shout out
doesn't
to
get
Havoc.
mentioned in
He
a
don't got
producer.
He can
do anything.
Sounds
something for
universal.
he got a universal sound.
That's real. Yo, Kiss, another thing, Damages from Philly, and we always have this debate about the Beanie Siegel Jadakiss beef, which to me gave us some of the best bars ever.
Yeah.
Just so epic. At that point in time, you guys were two of the most certified, like, realest dudes, hottest dudes in the streets, obviously, but how close was that to getting, like, really real on some street shit and somebody, like, getting hurt?
Back then, it could have really got ugly because it was gun toting was
The norm?
like phones. It was just a time when
People could
it
traffic
could get-
you run
yeah.
into somebody
Which beef
that
got more serious, the 50 shit and the G Unit shit, or
I
the
think
Beanie
the
shit?
Rockefeller one could have got more shit. No, the G Unit one was really bogus. It was really just all rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? And though the Rockefeller one, it's because we didn't really know where it came from. Like, you know what I mean? It was I knew that wasn't like Siegel's feeling. I knew somebody was behind it. I ain't know Hove, Dame, Biggs,
was gassing them.
Fat Gary, somebody, because we stamped Siegel to get signed when we did Reservoir Dogs. Hove called us in and made Siegel rhyme for an hour straight for us till we like, nah, he signed him. You know what I mean? He nice. This is,
Yeah.
he like keep rhyming. So I knew, and then the greeting that he gave me and gave us off the rip, I knew it was something there. So
I saw Kiss rap a verse going at Beanie at a Philly radio show one time.
Yeah, I was there. No, I was there.
out of my whole
was at
life,
Powerhouse.
that was the illest.
That was one
know
of the
why?
shits
In Philly,
I ever
at
heard.
a radio show.
The Sixers, look though,
Everybody was
ripping
throwing
it,
shit.
dog. I was killing.
People
I
was
was
throwing
like,
stuff. He
Puff.
still was right.
I don't know what came in my mind and just said,
Bruh.
hold
Did you
on,
plan
stop
it?
the music.
Bruh.
No, I don't know. To this
Bruh.
day, I don't know what got. The devil and the angel.
Bruh.
And the,
How did you get out of there alive?
Bruh.
I don't listen. This is a crazy.
This is a
shit.
crazy
I'm
story.
in the crowd
I'm
at this show.
rocking. Look, I'm feeling great. They rock because Philly love me. They
Yeah.
singing shit top of the. Some just said, dee-dee-dee-dee. Just say something about this. See, so I go into the freestyle. Some people's liking it. Some people ain't. Then I went into They started throwing everything. I'm talking about fries, lighters, sodas, anything you could
still
throw.
going.
Through-
He's
Yeah, I'm
still-
still. I'm
that's-
dodging everything.
I was there.
I'm
That's why
dodging.
on the same radio show.
That's one of the
Oh,
memorable
Powerhouse
Philly
in
moments,
Philly.
Yo.
I'm dodging everything.
So
All I
you get
remember
off,
him
you get off
saying is, I
stage
give
at that
all of y'all
point.
fuel in the dome.
Yo, you know why? But I shouldn't have did that because I already won. Not already won, but in that particular thing, it's Powerhouse
Yeah,
Philly.
and
He
you're
wasn't
in the
even on the
city.
bill.
Right.
So that was a slap in the face to him
him.
anyway.
It's his- yeah,
So
he
I,
should've-
in hindsight and thinking back, I couldn't have handled that different. That was, I should have handled
It's
it.
polarizing because Philly loves Kiss,
And
bro.
D-Block,
Yeah.
right?
So it's just like, no, don't do that.
Much
You know,
as we love you.
Yeah.
We can't
You can't do that.
Yeah.
So this project is dropping on Friday. What is next? Obviously, the Locks just dropped a surprise EP. Was
Yeah.
it just on Tidal?
No, it was
No,
on
was
a few
everywhere?
days. It was on there for about 4 days exclusive.
What's
It's everywhere.
next though? Thank God we got an album from you recently, Kiss. But what's next for you, Fab, as a solo artist, man?
I got a couple projects I'm working on. I just be working and whatever fits with whatever project. So I think I'm at I think I'm pretty much almost done with Summertime Shootout 3. I did them as mixtapes, the first two, but I think I'm gonna do it as a digital project for this.
So the
next
third one is going to be something official.
Yeah, definitely a drop.
I got another project coming out too.
Solo project?
And solo and the Locks official real. We Are the Streets 2 is almost finished.
Oh wow.
now that
So we
know
got
we
music
know. My
coming.
bad.
The music is, you know what I mean? But I think too, one thing about the digital project is going to replace just dropping it on Dat Piff for those mixtape sites, because like you said, you drop these great bodies of work and now you can't even listen to them on the streaming sites. You can't listen to soul tapes on. You know what I mean? So it's like you're
download
losing
them
it,
on my
especially
phone.
in this era, because
Yeah, I
everybody
agree.
is listening, is streaming.
Even
Everybody's
me, I'm on
listening.
Spotify. I got the Dat Piff app though, so thanks
Right.
shout out to KP. Before you guys go, I think you guys are two of the best punchline rappers of all time when it comes to just lines, memorable lines. What is each of your favorite one line from each other over the span of your career? Like if you
Man,
had
that's
to.
crazy to ask. Yeah.
I'm saying, man, Fab, I think
Got
that
talking
one.
about a guy who got a 20-year career sitting next there. He said so many lines. Like, he's just said so many lines, man.
Yeah,
like
I
I said, I aspired at one time, like being the number one, the first artist. We talked about this too. Being the first to start the Clue tapes at one time was like
I remember having the first professional album.
right. That was the thing that just started. So like the Locks at one time was just
We had a
repeatedly
lot of them.
starting to
Yeah.
starting
No
the clues.
punchline of each other's comes to mind.
It's too
You got
many.
millions, yeah. You got.
It's too many. Like you, just, this is not some guys who got 5 songs.
I
under
put
their
G's
belt.
on
Like,
your
got-
head like the helmet Brett Favre.
Hey.
You got one?
Or your favorite Kiss song,
just-
man.
I
How
could
about
give
your
you a
favorite
million.
Kiss song? If you can't get one bar, your favorite Kiss
It got to
song?
be a Kiss bar though.
Yes, too
Notice
many.
that wasn't off a single though either. That line I
I
just
think my
gave you
favorite
was
Fab bar was what was that joint you did with Busta Rhymes and Lloyd Banks? He said I could and I'm stunting to my death. So I want spinners on
Spinners
my
on a
hearse
hearse.
too.
Oh, that's when Spinners was big. Spinners was a
I could walk.
Spinners
Boss some
was
spinners now.
yeah. I had Spinners on a Range
Waste of
Rover
money.
back then too. I used to go to my projects and park my car up, and I would leave and come back, and it would be like little kids spinning my
spinning them.
rims when I come back, like sitting on the ground spinning my
But look,
rims.
the album is coming out. What was the mixtape? Whatever you want to
Black
call it.
Friday, November 24th.
Black Friday,
Friday on Elm Street.
project.
Yo, it's not official. It's not Freddie vs. Jason because there's copyright issues
Nah,
there.
it's Friday
It's
on Elm
Fabolous and
Street.
Friday
Jadakiss.
on Elm
Yeah.
Street.
Two of the all-time greats. Thank you guys as a fan. This is some shit that we kind of need.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired of all this SoundCloud bullshit, and I'm happy that we got some real rap on Friday.
I like
coming.
a balance.
Shout out to Sci-Hi though. That Sci-Hi shit
Sci-Hi.
came out last crazy
Yeah.
bars on that, man. But
So
yo,
I got bars.
why don't you guys introduce the single with Future real quick?
Right here, man. We rocking with my dude, Boule Kev.
Damage.
Yeah.
Y'all know
Stand
what
up.
It is. Stand up, featuring the homie Future. Shout out to Hendrix. Right here, right now.
It's Real 92.3. Let's get it.